Pierre Alexander in the 4th row. Now we do have a night race tonight um, here at Indy Road Course. So a night race for our drivers going to be it's going to be a good one. It's going to be really interesting to see how our drivers manage this 1 hour at night, and there's no mandatory pit stops. So it's going to be interesting to see how the drivers manage. So let's go through a quick overview of our order. Starting on P1 is Skylar Loverink in the Honda. P2 will be Jonathan Clifford. Good performance from both of them. Christopher Larson will start P3 in the 2nd row. Right next to him is Christian Dubé. Christian Dubé. Pardon all of my French-Canadian viewers. Kyle Easton will be P5, lining up next to the semi-pro leader Calvin Wolf. Nick Mosley will be P7, Pierre Alexander in 8, Lung in 9th, Flores, Maurer, Nicholson, our amateur leader Gosh, Jeff Collins, Sean Collis, Gordon, DeBow, Rodman, Hirth, Detmeyer, Easterling, Pinio, Swearingen, Reed, Swearingen. I should pronounce his name right too. Reed, Mugarian, Sands, Lynch, Young, Barwick, Attenbury, Cutting, last but not least, Ryan Trudell. That will be our starting order for tonight's race. And I believe, given where they're standing, we will have a full formation lap for our drivers to take part of. Indeed, Lenny, it is great to see all of the rookies out on track tonight. Let's hope for a good race for all. Hope we have minimal carnage, and let's hope everything is looking good. And our drivers now beginning the full formation lap. Skylar Loverink leading the way. We see all of the drivers with their lights on, ready for this cold night race. 15 degrees is the track temperature. It's going to be nice and cool for our drivers today. Nice and cool means it should be a little bit slippery, I believe.
A little bit slippery.
Should
it
be
was
a little
hella
bit slippery
slippery
for our friends here racing tonight.
It took forever for our tires to warm up.
No problem. No problem, Travis. We love to see the growth of our drivers here. That's why the practice club exists. And if you, one of our viewers, are looking to get into sim racing and looking to improve their skills, come on out to the Zealous Racing League Discord. You can find a link on the homepage of the YouTube channel. That's where you can find the most up-to-date information on all of our upcoming leagues. And if you're looking to get some help, reach out to Lenny. He's your guy. He's our coach. He's our practice guru. He's the guy that tells us to get off our butts and into the rig so that we are no longer slow, but in fact, are pros. See what I did there? Used Dale's slow to pro racing pun there.
He's the one that helped me shave
But for
over
real,
5 seconds off my
if you're
tongue.
interested, reach out on our Discord page. That's where like I said, that's where you're going to find a bunch of volunteers, myself included, looking to help people get faster. So our drivers are now rounding the final couple turns here, going side by side, getting ready for our 1 hour race here at the Indy Road Course. Minus the
Yeah, I
excellent
thought this was
chicane
only a 30-minute race at the beginning and
down
then
the
realized it was
line
an
they
hour and I
go
did not even have enough fuel.
as the drivers line up. The green flag should be dropping soon, and we are green. Clifford not going to get the launch that he was hoping for there. Larson looking to get a bit of the tow from Clifford, and close battle from Easton and Christian Dubé behind. Easton opting for the little bit narrower line there. Let's go back to Easton. Side by side with Dubé there, takes the outside line. Dubé is going to take the inside. Going to get a little bit better run in here, but Easton holding his own there and getting a good run out of turn 4, looking to get into the hairpin ahead of Christian, and Christian dips his toes into the grass there. And you can see Calvin Wolf awfully close. Oh, Easton tries to poke his nose through there, and they're side by side going down the back straight. Looks like Dubé is just a little bit ahead, and he's going to have the inside line going into this corner here. And Wolf seems to be battling it out here with Pierre Alexander, who actually pulls ahead of Wolf there. Wolf has a little bit of a moment. Actually, no, that's not Wolf. Wolf is still ahead, but Nick Mosley moves down into P8 with that. Skylar Lovering still leading our race with Jonathan Clifford close behind. And Larson maybe got a little bit squirrely there on one of the corners, having a little bit of trouble with his BMW tonight, making sure that thing can get around this track quickly. Now, if I remember correctly, and you can correct me if I am wrong, but that Honda is exceptional here at the Indy Road Course. I believe it has been for a while. And the Honda is super powerful right now. Easton now fending off our good friend Calvin Wolf behind. Wolf looking awfully racy in that Aston Martin. A few drivers, let's take a look at the positions gained. Rodman has gained 4 positions off the start here. He is our biggest gainer. Actually, check that. It's Rodney Easterling who's gained the most positions, up 5 from where he started. Now P16, started P21. Sadly, Jeff Collins and our sole Bentley driver lost 4 positions, but battling it out with Harrison Hirth right now, looking to get one of those positions back. And look at that launch that the Bentley gets down the back straight, and Harrison going to go incredibly narrow. There's a bit of contact there, but Harrison really didn't leave much room for Jeff to do anything there. A little bit of door banging there, probably not too much damage. Sadly, our friend Glenn, he is down 8 positions starting this race. Looking back at the broadcast here, looks to be quite a few incidents here. Taking a look at some of our friends, quite a few incidents there at the start of the race. Let's move in and check the largest battles, or the best battles here tonight, to see where the action is located. Looks like Pierre Alexander and our good friend Calvin Wolf racing each other, going through the hairpin here. And see the gaps starting to form. Kyle Easton pulling ahead of this little group here as Easton dips that Mercedes' toes into the grass. Like I said, Wolf is looking awfully racy in that Aston Martin. Moving back to Martin Lugarian in our rookie class, just behind Shane Swearingen here. Outbreaks himself a little bit. Going into the S's, Shane's got to capitalize there. Now, looking at Wolf with We Are Zealous on the wing. Lovering sets another fast lap here tonight. And actually, Jonathan Clifford sets one faster. Pulling ahead of Lacoste there. Now, we'll say out of all the tracks to lead on, I think this one might be one of the hardest, especially into these hairpin zones. And Lacoste goes very wide in there, taking a wide double apex, but that should give him a really good run down the back straight here, or at least he's going to hope that it gives him a good run down the back straight. Looks like Lacoste actually has his rain lights on, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that blinker is. Clifford and Loverink pulling away from the pack. Yellow flag there. Accident between a few cars there. Accident between the 21 and the 128 or 178 car. Let's go back and take a look at that one. So it looks like our new rookie driver, Gosh here, has got what appears to be Kaylor Nicholson behind, going down the back straight here. Kaylor tries to make the turn here and just takes that sausage curve. Very dangerous there. Gosh actually gets away pretty cleanly there, and Nicholson has a bit of a spin. Wolf still battling it out with our friend Lacoste here, and actually we just missed it, but Lacoste has moved ahead of Wolf just recently. I hate to do it so soon, but let's take a look and see if we can find that instant replay. Looks like we can't. Looks like he was already ahead by the time we got to the start of the lap. Let's move up to our friend Larson here. Just trying to manage, looks like he's trying to manage his tires. The timing table looks to be having some issues here. Jonathan Clifford with a new fastest lap of the race. Louis Sands still battling with Shane Swearingen here. And here's Patrick DeBow battling it out with, I believe that's Glenn Pinio, or sorry, that's Steve Young. Side by side they go. The Ford, battle of the Fords here through the S's. Looks like they'll get away fairly cleanly there. Rodney Easterling moves ahead of Louis Sands there. back up into P21. Now we move to Carlos Flores. Behind him, he's got Dale Rodman, the man, the myth, the legend. Now, right now, Carlos is seeing that bald head through his rearview mirror, and he's just getting a little nervous right now. You know, just getting a little nervous. He's got Sean Collis ahead, and actually, Carlos Flores might look to make a move on Sean Collis here. Will he attempt it? He will. He's going deep, and he's gonna try for it. Oh, but he outbrakes himself a little bit. Sean plays that wonderfully and maintains the position, holds his line, and lets Carlos go deep and try and make that move. That's an excellent little defensive tactic from Sean Collis there. Jonathan Clifford, another fastest lap from him. Track is actually getting a bit cooler now. It's 14 degrees. Martin Mugarian with Kaylor Nicholson. Kaylor Nicholson on the inside. He'll take that position from Mugarian, move back up into P16. Looking at positions gained, looks like Nicholson is down 4, but he's still looking quite good. Carlos Flores now has overtaken Sean Collis. And now Sean is under pressure from Dale Rodman behind. 67 cars spun around. That's Terry Cutting. Calvin Wolf now losing a bit of time to our friend. Lacoste. And the 67 car still is on the track there, not moving. Oh boy, this could be dangerous. Taking a look, just making sure that nothing crazy happens there. Kaylor Nicholson. Let's move up to Dale Rodman, who's just overtaken Sean Collis to move up into P12. Rodman, one of our largest movers today, up 6 positions on the start. Skylar Loverink now under pressure, though, from Clifford behind. Clifford has been setting the fastest laps of this race, and they're coming up to some lap traffic here already within the race. So they're going to have to try and manage. Ooh, and very, very tricky there. Didn't want that lap driver to run into them. And as you can see, that little slowdown there, actually, it looks like Larson is able to get a little bit closer back into the fight here. Larson is holding two. He's sticking close as he can. Now we've got Steve Young side by side with, I believe that's Barwick. Larson. Now down the start-finish straight, we've got Clifford and Loverink. That Lamborghini is looking awfully racy tonight. Looks like his race pace is a bit more consistent than Loverink here. Just applying the pressure. Like I said, it's a lot easier on this track in particular, I feel like, to follow rather than lead. They are using all of the track. Now 15 minutes or so into the race. Chase Gordon now, with Sean Collis directly ahead. Collis is losing positions pretty rapidly here. Looks to have gained a bunch of positions right off the start, but is getting eaten alive. Chase is going to notice this, and it's going to be his opportunity to make a move. Swearingen, Detmere in front.
Oh shit, I didn't even know I made it up to 25th at one time.
Loses some time in the hairpin. Andy Barwick, a bit of a mistake there into turn one. Drop back a little bit. Back up, Jonathan Clifford. Ooh, and that's Harrison Hurth spinning around in the hairpin there. Down the back straight they go. Ford Mustang is letting him by there. Ooh, and Clifford is looking the closest he's ever looked tonight. Just watching as Clifford battles it out. Now let's move back to Chase Gordon. Chasing down Sean Collis. Carl Mauer directly ahead of them. Nick Mosley's into P7 now, having overtaken Calvin Wolf and looking to overtake Alexander. Down the start-finish straight they go. Looking for an opportunity, not going to find it. That's a good look for Mosley, though. He's got more speed out of turn one. Carl the Killer Mauer. Ooh, and oh, I thought Mosley was getting a little bit sideways there. It turns out he is A-okay. Still looking for that opportunity to overtake Lacoste. Jonathan Clifford back up to our leaders. Still awfully close to Skylar Loverink tonight. And I wonder if Larson also might be biding his time at this point, because remember, this is a long race. And in this game, slowly getting your tires into the window can make a big difference as to how your tires will last throughout the stint. So maybe what Larson's thinking, because he's matching Clifford's times right now. In fact, they're Clifford and Larson are both faster than Loverink right now. So I wonder if I almost wonder if Larson is biding his time, looking for the opportunity to start getting back into this race once he feels like his tires are ready to go. Looking at all of the battles here on track. Oop, apologize for that little mistake there. Whoops, I did it again. One moment. I want to check here. Let's look at the gaps for the race. That is what you want to see for the race, not the fastest laps. Apologize for that. Flores under pressure, or putting pressure on Matt Lung. Lacoste with a bit of an issue. Mosley. Actually, that's not an issue. That's just a straight up overtake there. Mosley will take P6 from Alexander. Pierre Alexander. That doesn't move Lacoste down at all in the standings. They're in two separate classes, but now there's nothing between Lacoste and Wolf. Chase Gordon looking for an opportunity on Maurer. Side by side they go into the braking zone, and just not enough space to make it happen. Could have been a good look, just didn't get ahead of Maurer quick enough there. Going to be looking for an opportunity, another opportunity on this lap. Let's see if he can make it happen. Maurer's looking very fast in this first sector. Good defense from Maurer so far. Down the back straight they go. Sean Collis is holding with him. Hey, and if you like what we're doing here at Zealous Racing League, consider leaving us a like and subscribing. It does go a long way to help the channel. And if you're looking to get into sim racing and you just haven't bit the bullet yet, ooh, that's Flores off into the grass, and he's going to make a pit stop. He's opting to make a pit stop there. Now there is no mandatory pit stops, remember this, so that's Flores looking to maybe make a strategic pit stop there and get some extra pace, get some new tires. Chase Gordon makes the move and looks like he's going to make it stick there on Karl Maurer. Maurer now is going to be under pressure from Sean Collis behind. Let's take a look at Clifford here. We'll move back to that battle in just a moment. Pierre Alexander close on Nick Mosley. Looks like he's not going to make anything stick though. Jonathan Clifford into turn one. Really taking turn one hard in that Lamborghini. When the pace is so close here too, it's so incredibly difficult to overtake someone who has that similar pace as you here. The opportunities that you have to take are really, really gutsy. You have to send it down the inside, look for an opportunity to cut them off. Makes it incredibly difficult. And looking at the pace of these drivers here, they are awfully close together. Clifford is so incredibly close there. Moving back, let's go to Augustine Detmeyer here. In front of him, Dustin Reed. Behind him is Mugarian. Sadly wasn't able to make progress. Moved to Lacoste. Looking for the battles here. Everything has kind of died down for our battles so far. Let's go back to our leaders. They're actually the closest battle on track right now, if you look at those deltas. Clifford losing a little bit of time there with the lapped car. This should actually help Clifford a little bit. The lapped car. Ooh, very dangerous there. Swearingen going off the track. Let's hope he gets back on. It looks like he will. Down the start finish they go. Jonathan Clifford is a second back now. Let's move back to Sean Collis here. Looking to take on Carl Maurer. Everything has died down, like I said, a bit here. Lovering and Clifford are able to set some fairly quick laps there. Good friend Christopher Larson there. Chase Gordon and Matt Lung. And looks like he makes the move there into turn one. Excellent move from Chase Gordon. Next, he needs to go get Dale Rodman. Now Calvin Wolf behind Nick Mosley. Mosley's once again dropped back from Pierre Alexander. Shane Swearingen on Mugarian here, looking for a move down the inside, down the start-finish straight. See if he can make the move. And he does. Held his brakes there long enough to get the position. Shane will move up into P2 in that rookie class. It's a good performance from him so far. Augustine Detmeyer, he is currently leading that rookie class, doing an excellent job in that in that BMW tonight. Now could get a little bit spicy here with Easton and Dubé. Easton's made up quite a bit of time now. Now sits a second behind the Porsche. Easton's our only Mercedes driver this season. Mugarian is into the pits. Down the inside, Easton goes hard on the brakes. Christian looking for an opportunity, isn't able to do it. That's a really good launch from Easton. And he'll take that position quite handily there. That was an excellent little move. That's where he's been seeing a lot of action happen tonight. Drivers going down the inside into turn one. But now he's going to have to defend because Dubé is close behind going down the back straight. No chance for Dubé to make a move there. And pulling ahead just slightly, Easton. Jonathan Clifford has fallen back. 1.2 seconds now, the gap. Jeff Collins with Ranjit right ahead. I believe these two tussled earlier in the race. Jeff looking for an opportunity here. Down the start-finish straight, like everyone else, looking on the inside there, hard on the brakes, and just not far enough ahead to make that move stick. Rajdeep will hold on to his position there. Collins moving his way back up after a bit of an incident earlier. Louis Sands now with Mugarian. And Mugarian stays ahead there. And now that's the lapped car of Easton and Dubé. We're still battling it out. Sands will lose a lot of time there. And that is not great for Sands in his battle with Mugarian. Mugarian is going to have a little bit more time to recoup now. Christian looking for an opportunity. Goes really wide, but stays on track. Not going to have the top line speed he needs to overtake. We're 24 minutes in. I think it's a good chance to give, it's a good time to give all of our drivers a bit of a spotlight here. We've been watching the guy behind Skylar Loverink quite a bit tonight, but here's your race leader, Loverink, with Clifford trailing behind. Lost some time in the last few laps. Christopher Larson holding on to P3 quite handsomely there. Easton battling it out with Dubé, just looking at those guys a little bit earlier. Alexander here now, currently sitting in the lead of our semi-pro category, with behind him Nick Mosley, and behind him is now Calvin Wolf. Dale Rodman in P3 for that semi-pro division. Got Chase Gordon closing in behind Rodman. Got Lung, Sean Collis, Kaylor Nicholson, and right behind Kaylor Nicholson is Carl Maurer. Rodney Easterling, watch him go wide. Dustin Reed. Let's take a look at the leader of our rookie category. That's Augustine Detmeyer. Looking very comfortable in his BMW this season. Behind him is Shane Swearingen, who is being chased down by Patrick DeBow. And it looks like DeBow actually might have a chance here. Looking fast in that Ford. Looking for an opportunity. Not going to happen on this lap. Shane closes the door on him. Adam Lynch further back down the road. A little bit of an weird, something weird happened there. A little bit of a glitch in the system. Kevin Attenbury behind Lynch. Jeff Collins making his way back up the field. Louis Sands, who's made a move now on Martin Bugarian and made it stick. Rajdeep Ghosh had a bit of an issue there as well. He is currently in P25. Harrison Firth, after some issues, back up into P26. And we've got Andy Barwick, Steve Young, and last but not least, opting to just stay in the pits, having a rough time in that Ford tonight. It's our friend Glenn Pinio. Let's take a look and see where our battles might be. Nick Mosley looking to get back at Lacoste. We've got less than 20 minutes left in the race. You know, I didn't see what happened to Glenn, but I am going to guess it was Ford stuff because he seemed to be doing fine. But honestly, on this track, that Ford is deadly. That Ford will kill you in a second. Let's check out Chase Gordon chasing down Dale Rodman. Currently a second back, Shane Swearingen was overtaken by DeBow. Got hit and ran off the track. Ooh, Shane has a little bit of an incident there. Loses some time, but plenty of time between him and Lynch behind, so not too much to worry about. Chase isn't able to make a dent, too much of a dent in that gap. He has moved a little bit ahead here now. Looks like he's getting close in that braking zone. Skylar Lovering still looking awfully fast in his car, used tires. Chase Gordon gets a little bit squirrely there. Looks on the inside, going to think better of it. I don't think that was really an opportunity there, but he wanted to try and make it stick. Chase will drop back a little bit with that. Garion is making some gains there. Being lapped. Ooh, Chase Gordon awfully close again. Get back up into that. Gordon looking for that opportunity, not going to get it there. Mosley now within 2 seconds of Lacoste. Gordon losing a lot of time in that last sector in particular. And I think it was because he tried to make that move there. But if the last couple laps are any indication, he's going to gain a lot of time here and in this braking zone. And indeed, back up into 1 second territory. And I think he's going to be even closer. There's the 1.7. Coming out of the... Ooh, and that's not going to be good for Rodman there. Looking for that space, not going to find it there. Rodman dipping his toes into the grass. Dangerous moves right there. Kevin Attenbury duking it out. In front is Lynch. Lapped car of Kyle Easton is ahead. And Gosh there tries to make a move on Louis Sands, but runs into the wall, it looks like. And gonna lose a lot of time. It'll give Sands a little bit more breathing room. Back up to Chase Gordon. Less than 14 minutes to go here at the road course. Hope everyone is enjoying the coverage so far. If you like what we're doing here, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. It does go a long way to help us out. Gordon is just not fast enough to actually make anything stick here. Rajdeep back into the thick of it. Kevin Attenbury moves ahead of Adam Lynch to take P4 in the rookies. Gosh loses a little bit of time on that straight as well. Let's go back to Chase Gordon. Similar part of the track here. Chase is closer than he's ever been now. Really putting the pressure on. Wanting to inch close so he can get a good launch here down the straight. With an attempt to maybe make an overtake, but I don't think he's going to be close enough here. Indeed, he will not be close enough. Now Chase is looking awfully close. really putting the pressure on Dale now. Oh, and I think Chase is going to get a good launch down the straight. If he can hold it, might get a bit of an I think he's going to get an off-track warning for that. Nick Mosley, Attenbury. Caution for them. I think we're past that. Let's actually go take a look at what happened there. Kevin Attenbury braking. I believe that's Mosley behind. Is that Mosley behind? Take a look. Indeed, that was Mosley behind. A little odd. Didn't think he needed to get that aggressive with it, but the aggression was there. Three-way battle is forming here. DeBow right behind Detmeyer here. Detmeyer looking to challenge Dustin Reed ahead. Gordon looking poised to make a move as they pass lap traffic. Less than 10 minutes to go. Christian Dubé within 2 seconds from Easton ahead. And we missed it there, but oh, hard on the brakes. Detmeyer and DeBow, and that's going to be the lead of the class for Patrick DeBow. Excellent little battle there between him and Detmeyer. Detmeyer's losing out pretty quickly now. And I don't know if he's going to be able to respond. Dubé is getting closer and closer to Easton right ahead there. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. '23 car, Rodney Easterling off track. Gordon is into the pits. Not sure what happened to Chase Gordon though. No indication of anything going wrong. Odd choice there for Gordon. Oh, you know what? Could have been a penalty for Gordon. Could have been some off-track penalties. We did have one drive-through that I can see for Steve Young. Looks like Harrison Hirth also receiving a drive-through penalty. I wonder if, oh, and Christian Dubé gets really squirrely out of the last corner there. And that's going to give Easton all of the breathing room I think he's going to need for the end of this race. He just needs to keep it nice and calm now. Dustin Reed benefiting from the battles behind. And it looks like Easterling made that mistake there. Looking back up into Chase Gordon's. Looks like he just did a drive-through. Wolf still chasing down Mosley, Keeler, Nicholson close to Sean Collis here at the end. Augustine Detmeyer 2 seconds from DeBow still. So DeBow's not losing him as fast as he might want to. Here we've got Louis Sands battling it out with Attenbury in the closing laps of this race. Down the back straight they go. Sands looking on the inside, not going to make that. Young is into the pits again. Easterling loses the position to Reed. Easterling dropping back.
I had to pit a whole bunch of times, like 3 times during the end of the race, just because I did not know. So I did not know that I wasn't getting a full tank of fuel. So I had
side
to come
by
in
side
for
they
fuel.
go into the final turns there. Sands on the accelerator, giving it his all. Looks like he's going to take that position from Attenbury. 4 minutes left. Attenbury pressured by Mugarian, I believe that is behind. Nope, that's him getting lapped. Killer Nicholson on Sean Collis down that front straight. Tucking back in behind, not going to be making that move. Stop go 30 for Chase Gordon. That's going to cost him. Sean seems to be having a bit of a tough time here, kind of getting eaten alive at this point. Awfully close. Killer Nicholson looking to the inside, trying to get a move done on Sean Collis with 3 minutes remaining. He just needs to have a good exit now. That's Chase Gordon's Aston Martin. Collis is going to hope that one of these back markers might just help him gain a little bit more time. It looks like it does there. Gets a little bit of breathing room for just maybe a half a second there. Dustin Reed gets overtaken by Patrick DeBow. And down that start-finish straight they go. 2 minutes left in the race. There will be 2 laps left, given where our leader is currently. Skylar Loverink makes a mistake. Oh no, that was just an issue with the timing table. I thought that was a mistake from Skylar Loverink. Killer Nicholson. Just looking at some of my warnings here. Apologies. Killer Nicholson looking now on the outside. Sean Collis taking a defensive posture. Nicholson gonna get a good exit, but doesn't really do too much because he can't utilize much of the acceleration into the S's there. Now, one more lap left to go for these drivers. Loverink has started his lap already. Nicholson looking for an opportunity to make that move, but great defense from KnS there into turn 1, turn 2 and 3. Everything's looking good. Sean has a really good turn 4 and 5 lined up for himself there. Just got to hit this hairpin, and Nicholson gaining a lot of time in the hairpin there. Just to take it a little bit better than KnS, but now they have another straight to go, and it looks like that BMW is looking a bit squirrely there on the exit. Rear end's coming out on him a little bit. Dubé is catching back up to Easton here. Loverink now rounding the final couple corners here before ending off the race. The checkered flag is waving. We'll have to watch this race till the end, but Dubé now, he also gonna want to watch him and Easton, but Skylar Loverink now coming across the line. He'll take his first victory of the year. Jonathan Clifford takes a P2 for the night. A great performance from him. Christopher Larson now coming across the line. He will be P3. Looks pretty safe there currently in that BMW. Just didn't have enough pace in it tonight. Now back to a battle here. That's Kyle Easton and Dubé. Easton seems to have dropped off pace quite substantially here in the last few laps, giving Dubé a chance to come back, but I don't think there's enough of the track left for Christian Dubé to make a response. That'll be Easton coming away with a P4 finish. He's going to be happy about that one. Dubé P5. Now we have Pierre-Alexander Lacoste coming away in P6. That'll be a win for him in the class. I think that's his first win. So awesome performance for him. Nick Mosley right behind. Calvin Wolf get a podium finish there, as will Dale Rodman in that class. Still has a little room left to go before crossing the line, but that will be that podium rounded out here shortly. Looking back a little bit, we've got Patrick Dubois, who is going to take the win for our rookie class. Detmeyer will take P2, and it appears that Shane Swearingen, he will be our P3 for the rookie class. So there you have it, folks. Let's let these sessions just run their course now. I think there we go, into the free practice. Let's look at the timetables to get an idea of how everything was looking. Let's just get the tower hidden there so that we can just see the results of today's race. So our winner in our pro class is Skylar Loverink, coming away with our P1. Jonathan Clifford in P2, fastest lap of the race for him in that Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2. And then Christopher Larson will take third place with Easton, Dubé, and Mosley rounding out the rest of that pro category. Moving down into the semi-pro category, the Pro-Am, that's going to be Lacoste coming away with, I believe, his maiden victory in the Ferrari 296. He will take P6 overall, with Wolf and Rodman rounding out the podium for our Pro-Am category. Behind them, we have Lung, Collis, Nicholson, Maurer, Reed, Easterling, Gordon, Collins, Hirth, Flores, and last but not least, Pinio. For our last but not least rookie category, we have got Dubois getting, I believe, again, his main victory. So a lot of people getting the first victory of the season, and I think of their ZRL careers here. DeBow, though, getting P1 with Detmeyer and Swearingen rounding out the podium for our amateur class. Behind them is Gosh, Sands, Mugarian, Attenbury, Lynch, um, Barwick, Young, Trudell, and Cutting. All right, there you have it, folks. That is our final order for tonight's race. It's going to be really close in the championship, it looks like so far, with Christopher Larson getting the win last week. I believe Loverink got P2. Now with Loverink getting a P1 performance, Larson getting P3, Clifford getting a P2 as well. Things are going to be evening out a little bit. I think it's going to show in the standings this next week. It's going to be Loverink, then it's going to be Larson and Clifford will be very close together in terms of the standings. Now, it's going to be it's going to be something to watch as the season progresses, especially that semi-pro category. I think we're going to see a lot of battles in the standings for that. Next week, I'll make sure to have our standings up so that people can see where people are lying. But next week, let me take a quick look at my notes. Next week, we have a race at Mount Panorama. We go to Bathurst for two 30-minute races next week. It is going to be exciting. I am so excited for some racing at Mount Panorama. It's been a couple seasons since we've seen a race at Bathurst, so excited for ZRL to be back, and excited to see some racing uh, at the mountain. All right, though, folks, that's all I have for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our live coverage of round 2 here at the Indy Road Course. My name is Shim. I've been your host for tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you guys stay safe out there. Have a wonderful night of your own, and see you all next week. Peace.